Today is my birthday. I am 60 years old today, and I've been asked a lot recently, am I going to continue on a keto diet, like just for perpetuity or whatever that word is? So I think it's a valid question, and I think we should answer that today. So before we get started, I wanted to show you my over-the-hill survival cane that was gifted to me.
Actually, I think that was gifted to me when I turned 50.
Oh.
It's
not mine then.
I think my brother gave me that.
All right.
Sucker.
Yeah, I don't have one then.
Well, you can. No, I just gave it. I just gave it to you.
You re-gifted it.
Yeah. Why do you hang on to stuff like that? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
It should have been. I was probably hoping to give it to someone else, and here I go. I give it to you. So we've invited Maddie along, and we're absolutely bribing her. So we're not above it.
Yeah, she qualifies because she's 13 years old, which in dog years is 91.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right. So you deserve a treat.
Yeah. Absolutely.
All
right. So there are a number of reasons to stay keto or even start keto if you're in kind of the later stages of adulthood, like me.
It's a nice way to put it.
Yeah. I hesitate to use the word, maturity, because oftentimes I've been accused of being immature, even at this age. So,
who would do that?
Yeah, I don't know. So there's a number of studies that back this up. We've even done some intermittent fasting studies that show some really interesting results in women over 60. So this kind of diet space is a good place to be if you're in that age range. So I do want to read the title of this study just because it is so long. So this one is called "The Effects of Weight Loss During a Very Low Carbohydrate Diet on Specific Adipose Tissue Depots and Insulin Sensitivity in Older Adults with Obesity, a Randomized Clinical Trial." Yeah. Rolls off the tongue.
Well, at least you can understand all the words. A lot of times these studies, you have to have an encyclopedia to interpret the title.
That's true. This study is pretty good, though. I mean, it's got some really good results. Yeah. So they took 34 obese men and women. They were aged 60 to 75. I'm a member of that group now. Right?
Congratulations.
And they divided them into two groups. One used a low-fat diet, which was kind of the diet that we all grew up with in the decades before now. And a very low carbohydrate diet. And the low-fat diet was about 55% carbohydrate, and the very low carbohydrate diet was less than 10%, which probably puts it in the keto range.
Yeah. So actually, this is one of those studies that was pretty legit as far as the diets they were comparing. Because a lot of times we'll see studies and they'll say it was a low carb diet and then it was like 45% carbohydrates.
Yeah, they just mischaracterize things based on their misunderstanding. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, so this was a really true, legitimate low carb keto diet compared to a low fat diet.
Right. So the very low carb group lost nearly 10% of their fat mass, while the low fat group lost 2% of their fat mass. This is over 8 weeks. This is a pretty substantial difference.
Well, that is, if you think about it, right? So for every 100 pounds, the low carb group lost 10 pounds.
Right.
And the low fat group lost 2 pounds, right? So that is
I believe your math is correct.
Thank you. I'm only 53. I can still.
That's true. Yeah, that hasn't set in yet. So the very low carb diet group also had increases in insulin sensitivity and HDL, and decreases in fasting insulin and triglycerides. So they had a lot of good blood markers, improvements in that too. So I was kind of thinking on how I would answer this question, and I have had to take some considerations, in mind as I'm getting older, and I've been doing this for 3.5 years. Things change as we get older.
They do.
Yeah. Happens. So, one thing is changing hormones, right? So for myself, testosterone, thyroid, those things, kind of naturally start to decline as you get older, and that's going to make it harder to lose weight. I refer to that as menopause, and that's in no way to make fun of menopause, which is a whole lot worse. So please no disparaging comments, please. I apologize to all the women who have to go through that, but I don't have anything to do with it. So changing body composition. as we get older, the composition of our body changes. And we even see this where somebody maintains a weight, and yet their lean mass is lowering while their fat mass is increasing.
Right. Well, and I'll just add from this study that this weight loss that they had was without sacrificing lean mass. That is a very crucial part of this.
Very crucial.
Yeah.
Right.
So they were on a low carb diet, almost keto diet, and lost fat, not muscle. Very significant.
Right. And we've mentioned that before too. Frailty, the loss of muscle mass as you get older, is a very increased risk of mortality. So. It's important to maintain that. Another thing is just changing metabolism. Metabolism change. You don't, as we get older, maybe we don't need as many calories. We just, bodies work differently. So I've found that as I've gotten older the last 3 years, and I've been doing this pretty faithful, it takes a lot more tracking, work and preparation to kind of maintain or lose, any weight. So it's definitely it's not like it gets easier. No. And I do take in a bit more protein. There's lots of studies that show that as you get older, you do need to increase your protein. And it's not like a massive amount though. I'm only taking 10 or 20 grams more per day than I maybe used to. But that is to help preserve that lean mass. So basically that's it. I mean. Keto is safe and effective. Keto and low carb, safe and effective, pretty much at any age, but especially, if you're getting into that 53 and over age group, I think it's going to be beneficial, and there's lots of research that show that.
Yeah, well, we've certainly noticed it in the way our lives are enhanced from it, and we, most of the people that, well, not most, but a lot of the people that follow us are in our age groups, and benefit from this, from, your joints just feel better, your hair, nails, everything. Well,
obviously.
Yeah. So it's great to see now that the science is coming out and saying, yep, what you guys have experienced, yep, it is true. This is a good, healthy diet for your age group. So if you haven't gotten into it, and you're, or if you're into it and you just want to know like a good list, a good comprehensive list of what you can eat, we do have a downloadable list of 100 low carb foods, and we will leave links here on the video for that.
Yep.
All right. Anything else?
Well, let's go celebrate my birthday.
All right. Sounds good. Maddie's gonna celebrate with a nap. She's 91.
Wow, she deserves it then.
All right. Thanks for watching.
We'll see you.